Happy morning, children. Welcome to our new session and a new subject in social science. In social science, we studied history and geography, and now we are moving to the civics. This is a new subject which is relating with the social science. So, in this, we are going to discuss about the completely how our modern day or contemporary political situations and how we are all going to be a part of our democracy. That and all we are going to discuss in this lesson. So slowly we will move into this. In this session, we are going to discuss about the civics in social science. Civics is nothing but a complete or entire political system and how our political administration or politics happens in India and how the constitution of India has been formed and what are the different types of political systems and different types of governments are existing or that existed from ancient to contemporary world. That and all we are going to discuss in this video and in civics. First, we will sum up what are the lessons that covers in civics. So, in civics in 9th standard, we have total of 6 units, and in this first unit is forms of government and democracy. The first lesson, this we will discuss in this slide, in the next slides. So, second lessons will be the election process, how in India and other parts of the world election process happens, and those who are competing for their ministries and other powers. That and all we will discuss in this lesson, second lesson. So in the third lesson, we will discuss about the human rights. So it's about our rights. So what is our basic rights and fundamental rights? This and all we will discuss in the third unit, human rights. The fourth lesson covers about the forms of government. What are the different forms of government? Government may be different forms that and all we will see in this lesson, fourth lesson. Fifth lesson covers about the local self-government. Local self-government is a panchayat raj system and local administration of the villages and rural areas. That is known as local self-government. Sixth lesson is road safety. So it is a very much important area to modern day life because we are all going like anything and they are rushing to our life and future. So in that we are forgetting the road safety and road safety measures. So that will covers in this lesson and we will discuss all this in detail. So now I move into the first lesson. What are the contents it covers? So lesson number 1 in civics, forms of government and democracy. The forms of government and democracy in this lesson, we are going to study about the introduction of the forms of government and democracy and what are the different forms of government and what are the different types of democracy and how the democracy has been originated and what are its merits and demerits of democracy and in India how the election processes are going and who is taking care of election. This and all we will going to study in this lesson completely. So in this slide we are going to see only about the concepts of 1.1 and 1.2. In 1.2 up to 1.2.6 up to 1.26 we are going to see this. In this slide we are going to see about the 1.1 that covers different forms of government: aristocracy, monocracy, democracy, republic, oligarchy, autocracy, theocracy. This and all comes under 1.1. In the second area, 1.2, we have what is democracy, meaning of democracy, and the definition of democracy given by two important world famous leaders, Mahatma Gandhi and Abraham Lincoln. And next is salient features of democracy and merits and sorry. And what are the two types of democracy? That is direct democracy and indirect democracy. That all we will see in this video. So now we are moving to introduction about forms of government and democracy. We are going to learn from this lesson how various forms of government have developed globally. So in a modern day world or in a modern day life, how where different forms of government has been developed around the world and how it developed and what are the different types of government that exist in different nations and different parts of the world. But when it comes to the some majority of population which is having a maximum population, they prefer democracy. Maximum nations or maximum countries, they look for democracy. Why? That kind of all we will discuss in the next slide. So in each and every part of the country, they have a different forms of government. So in that, the modern day world, specifically the modern day world, prefers or looks for the democracy. Why? That we will see in the next session slide. So just to have a look into this, what are the different kinds of or different forms of government that exist or that prevails in the modern day world and in different parts of the world. So these are the contemporary or present day forms of government that is being practiced or prevails in different parts of the country, or sorry, different parts of the world. Dictatorship, democracy, monarchy, anarchy, communism, monarchy, dictatorship, and monarchy, theocracy, dictatorship, single party state. And these are all the different forms of government that prevails in the contemporary world or modern day world. So just to understand what are the different forms of government, I have included these images. So this is not given in the textbook. For extra information and understanding, I have given these things. So don't waste it. Take time and read these things and understand this. Remaining things I will move into the next slide and I will explain in there. So this also same thing like a last slide. This is about the different forms of government that prevails in world. Now we are moving to forms of government. The governance of nations differs significantly based on who has power. So when a nation is governing or administered by the different leaders based on their what power they have. That's what are based on that only the power which they have or the influence which they have that decides the which form of government in that particular or in that specific country they are governing or they are administering based on the power of a leader or a politician that decides the administrative form of government or the form of government in a specific nation. So this is the answer for question number 2. This is the answer for fourth block, question number 2, from here to here. Mark it in your textbook. There are different forms of government: aristocracy, monarchy, autocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, democracy, and republic. These are the different forms of government that prevails in the contemporary world or modern day world. First, we will start with the aristocracy, a form of government in which power is in the hands of a small privileged ruling class. So aristocracy means Form of government. So look this with this image, aristocracy. A government, a form of government in which powers or the entire control is in the hands of a small privileged group. That means having a special rights over their nation or the country. That is known as aristocracy. Aristocracy is nothing but a small privilege or the people having influence or power over their nation and their population. That form of government is known as aristocracy. See this. A small privileged ruling class or nobles. Nobles means they are powerful in the nation. They may be a business magnates or they are very rich in that nation. So they have the entire control of the government. For example for aristocratic form of government is United Kingdom and Spain. United Kingdom is governed by the United Kingdoms queens and kings, and also same like in Spain also. The next form of government is monarchy, a system of government in which one person reigns supreme, usually a king or a queen, constitutional monarchy. So here monarchy is nothing but what, so almost all forms of government will have a very minute difference, don't get confused. So monarchy means one person will have a supreme power and he will rule or he will govern or control the entire nation, usually a king or a queen. So for example in Bhutan, Oman and Qatar, so in these Gulf nations king or a queen will rule the entire nation, but constitutionally they go with they have some constitutional or political system, they follow that very systematically. But when it comes to here in the aristocracy, they don't go with the constitutional process and they don't follow the systems of constitution. So they will elect a president or prime minister, they will appoint and they will control the entire nation. That is difference between aristocracy and monarchy. So here in monarchy they will go by constitutional system wise. Here also they will have a constitutional system and constitution, but they will follow a system of president and prime ministers to govern or administer the nation. That is the difference between these two forms of government. So next system is autocracy. Autocracy means there will be a government by one person with absolute power. See this image. So the peoples will be controlled or he will show what to do to the population and the peoples or the community. For the entire community and the entire population of the nation, the one person will show you do this. You follow my rules and acts. That is autocratic form of government. See here, this is to understand the autocratic form of government. I have given this image. So here also just like one person will decide laws and other rules and regulations for the country. That is known as autocracy. The autocratic system of government is practiced in Saudi Arabia and North Korea. So North Korea we have exactly I don't know the leader who is following this government, this system of government, but later we will discuss in the live sessions. So autocracy is a system of government by one person with absolute power. He is the boss. He is the boss of the nation. He will control or he will have the entire control on his head and his arm. For example, for autocracy form of government is North Korea and Saudi Arabia. So next form of government is oligarchy, a small group of people having control of a country or organization. So oligarchical form of government is like this. So there may be a 3 or 4 peoples. They will have the entire control of the nation. That is known as oligarchical form of government, and that is practiced in former Soviet Union, China, and Venezuela. So these are the nations they follow or they adapt the oligarchical form of government. The next system of government is theocracy, a system of government in which religious doctrines form the basis of government, headed by a priest who rules in the name of God or proclaims himself as a God. Example, Vatican City in Italy. So Vatican City is a part of Italy, but it was a system of government or which was governed by the religious ideologies and religious principles and religious philosophies. So it was headed by a priest who is a leader of that specific community, like Christianity or what are the religion that they are following in that country. That countries of that religions, they will have one leader. He will control and he will govern or he will head the entire form of entire government. That is known as theocracy. The next is democracy, a system of government in which eligible members in the population vote to elect their elected representatives, and the party or individual who obtains a majority votes the forms of government. Example, India, USA, France. So democracy is nothing but is a form of government in which eligible candidates who will vote in the election process and they will elect the representatives on behalf of the populations that in the nation. They will elect through a election process and they will send for the parliament, and party which gains a majority in the election process, they will form a government and they will have an entire power and they will entire control over the nation. That is known as democracy. Examples for the democratic form of government is India, USA, France. So next form of government is republic, a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has been elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. Example, India and Australia. So it is a form of government in which they will elect a representative and appoint or fix as a or nominate a person to govern the country in the name of a president and rather than a monarch, not a autocratic or monocratic or not in that form. They will elect a person and represent them for a country and they will nominate for the nation to govern the country. That is known as republic. So republic form of government is nothing but supreme power or complete power is in the hands of people. They will elect a person or they will elect a representative on behalf of populations of a country, and they will nominate him as a president to govern the country on behalf of the entire peoples of the nation, not like a monarch. The examples of republic nation in republic form of government, India and Australia. So new concept is there is an important. Do you know fact? Something they have given in the textbook that I have given here. The term republic was first coined in 500 BCE in Rome. The term or the concept of republic was first introduced or coined means first introduced. That is known as coined. The term republic was first coined in Rome. That is in Greek. So in the year 500 BCE itself, they have introduced the found the term or the meaning for republic. It is derived from a res. Res means public. In a Greek language, res means public, a Latin word meaning a public matter. So it's almost like a combination of a Greek language and a Latin word that is known as republic. So there is a fact when India got adopted or followed a constitutional system. So India became a republic on 26th January 1950. It is governed in accordance with the constitution adopted on 26th November 1949, which came into force on January 26, 1950. So in India became a republic nation after January 26. So based on in the year 1949, 26th November, Indian government and Indian nation framed a constitution. With that constitutional systems, they became a republic and they started adapting or following the constitutional process and constitutional system after the since January 26 to so the constitutional system which started or adopted that framed during 26 November 1949, and it was came into existence during January 26, 1950. So this is a fact of GK. Remember this. This is, I think, so one more question. In which year Indian Constitution came into force? January 26, 1950. On this day, we celebrate Republic Day. Why? Because on this day only the Indian government adopted or started following the constitutional system, and in this day, November 26, 1949 only, they introduced and they adopted a new constitutional system. So that only they started following this system of constitutional process and other things. So now we are moving to the new concept, that is what is democracy. That is 1.2. Democracy means only leaders elected by people should rule the country. People have the freedom to express views, freedom to organize, and freedom to protest. Democracy is a form of government that allows people to choose their rulers. So simply they are giving explanation for what is democracy. Democracy means so people will elect their representatives or leaders for a country to rule it. And after electing or representing the leader for ruling the country, they will have the freedom to express their all kinds of views, and they have the freedom to organize and freedom to protest if the government or the democracy is not functioning properly. Democracy and also democratic form of government that allows people to give complete freedom to choose who is going to rule the nation and the entire people of that specific democratic nation. That is what is democracy. Now we will see what is the meaning of democracy. Now we saw about what is democracy. Now we are going to see the meaning of democracy. Don't get confused. Almost what is democracy and meaning of democracy are almost similar, but they will give in a different words and different forms. That is difference between these two. Meaning of democracy. Democracy is a system of government in which supreme power is vested in the people of a country, and people elect their representatives either directly or indirectly through fair and free elections, which are usually held periodically. The meaning for democracy is the peoples of a nation, they will have a supreme power or a complete power on the people hands to rule a country or to rule the entire population. They have the freedom to choose the representative or leader through directly or indirectly to govern the government and take care of the entire peoples and populations of the country in a regular election that will happen periodically 5 year once. That is the meaning of democracy. So they have given one more fact. The term democracy is derived from two Greek words. Demos means people, Kratia means the power. So the word democracy is derived from the Greek. The word public is coined from Rome and which means public or publica. So this is here, and the term democracy is which is a combination of two words, demos and kratia, which means the power of people. Democracy means the power of people. So with this we will end this session. Remaining things we will see in the